Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is RJ. So today we're back looking at crypto mining game. I had a good talk with Cyril from CMG. We're going to be looking at what's new and what's coming, so keep watching. Okay, and welcome to another video. And remember, if this is your first time visiting my channel and you want to learn more about how to earn cryptocurrency for free, about cloud mining sites, crypto investments, and lots of other crypto related stuff, hit that subscribe button and don't forget to tag that notification bell so you're alerted to all my latest content as it comes online. Okay, so as you can see here, we are in my crypto mining game account. It has been 4 weeks since the last time we were in here, so let's just quickly run through the numbers and see how we're doing. Okay, so 1 month ago we were still at level 19, but we were only 30% up to level 20. We are now 43% or nearly 44% on our way to level 20. So obviously that's a nice little 13-14% jump for over the last 4 weeks, and we were at 2,680 H power 4 weeks ago. We are now at 2,792. Obviously the H power, once you get past that 1,000 mark, doesn't have a huge amount of bearing on the mining, but it does help you in your world missions, in your gaining victory points, and when you're battling other players and all that kind of stuff. So it is well worth to keep building up that H power. And obviously with the mining, we do now have the hardware upgrades in our workshops. If we drop down in our workshop, we are at level 10 on our SHA-256 and level 10 on our script. We have gone up from, I believe, if I remember right, level 25 pretty much right across the board. And as you can see there, our engines, we're at level 28. Our sensor, we are now at level 29. And storage is also at level 28. And all this, all of that helps you obviously discover new items. But also the main thing, and this is something we're going to be looking at just in a second, is the storage. Now, the sensor, obviously that helps you locate other items and even more items. So say, for instance, you know, if you're looking for mining boosts, keys, whatever it is, the greater your sensors are, the better chance you are gonna have at finding those items, and you will start to discover items that you didn't see before. Now, the storage is really, really important, because obviously it's okay having really good sensors and you can find all this stuff, but if your storage is not up to a good enough level, you will not be able to get it. So really, the sensors and the storage are the two most important things when it comes to your drones. The engine is really second. Obviously, you know, I'm at level 28, and yes, I do notice a difference with how fast my drones are, but it's not a huge amount. So for me, if you're looking to upgrade your drones, really you want to be focusing on your sensor and on your storage. Now, one of the big things that's been going on, and I've been getting tons of questions from subscribers and CMG members through my PMs and DMs. Basically, this controller device, I know a lot of you are out there searching for it to try and make your personal scanners, but you are having a massive issue when it comes to actually getting it. Now, not to brag or anything, and it's really not, I have actually got 11 of these controller devices, and the difference is, from what I can tell and after speaking to Cyril, is just what I was mentioning about the drones, is your storage. Now, this is the pesky little item that most of you really require to finish off those scanners. Now, on the left-hand side, you can see a table. Now, this is a table that Cyril gave me via Skype when we were having a chat. And what it shows is obviously the level. This is basically a table for your drone. So this is your level, but this is the real interesting column. The numbers down here represent the volume or weight and size of the item that you are trying to find. Now, this is information that until the other day was not available on CMG, but after our chat, Cyril did add that information to the controller device. I'm hoping that he would have added that information to other items as well, so you can use this table effectively. So basically, if you go into your crypto mining account, go to more, go to items, and then this is all the items that you're gonna find. Now, I don't know how extensive, like I say, how much information he's added to these things, but if you click on the controller device, as this is the one we're talking about, we click on that. Here you can see, look, he's added drone storage required 300. If we go to the scale, you can see here drone storage 310, and then you go across and it says level 20. So the minimum your drone storage can be at is level 20 to be able to get the controller device for the scanner. Now, obviously, like we just saw, mine is at level 28, so this is probably the reason why I am finding and claiming so many of these. Is basically is that my drone is just such a higher level that anytime it comes across one, it's just grabbing one. And I often, as I tell you guys to do, go into the world and just basically pick empty buildings. I would generally say steer clear of the ones that are really in your own square, because you don't really gain a whole lot. But if you move a couple of squares away from your main location, and then you start looking at these kind of buildings, if I sent a drone to this one, in fact, let's do it. So we'll send a drone to this one, and let's go back and we'll send a drone to the one that's closest to us. So we only moved 2 squares over, so let's send a drone. I'm just trying to, well, okay, so let's just send a drone to this very large building right in front of us. And then we'll see the difference. So that one is at 1709,257, and we're going to check that out in just a short while. The other thing I don't know if you've noticed is that this count of keys is steadily going up. Now, I don't know if this is basically because the keys are becoming just hard to find, if people are giving up on finding the keys, if people are trying to just make the scanner work. If you can't get the scanner to work, just go off and have a bit of a search. You know, I did give an example of this. You don't need to actually physically move. You can click the arrows on any side of the square and you will move. And you can go up, you can go down. And I say, just have a bit of a search around. And the fact that the amount of keys there is just going up, I would say that your opportunity to find... Look, there you go. There you go. Look, I've just found one. And now all I've done is just moved a few squares. That's what... And like I say, while these keys are that high a number, your chance of finding a key is probably going to go up quite considerably. So don't just wait to build that scanner. I realize it's massively convenient to just click a button and be able to search for the keys that way. But there's thousands of keys out there just waiting for you to find. I will use a scanner if over, as I'm sending out drones and I'm gaining those recyclables. If over a period of time I gain all the items required for a scanner, I will make a scanner. But if at the time I don't have the items, then I will just manually go and search like this, like I'm doing now, like we just saw that I just found a key. It doesn't take a lot of time, because the great thing as well is that, oh, there you go, there's another one. So it doesn't take a lot of time, and you'll find that the world is responding a lot faster because CMG have sorted out their servers. They have spent a lot of time of trying to speed up this platform. There's another one. And because of that, clicking through these squares now doesn't take that long. To just do a bit of a scan in your area, just a bit of a walk around like this in your area, really is not going to be using up a lot of your time. But there's another one. But you have the opportunity, like I'm showing right here as I'm talking to you, to find keys. So that is my advice. Okay, so before we move on to the next part, let's go and check out our messages and see how many of those keys we claimed. And also, let's look at the explorations we sent off to those empty buildings. Okay, so here we are in our messages, and we claimed 1, 2, 3, 4 keys. As you can see, they are all there, and I think they are basically all the keys that we actually sent drones to. So the explorations that we did off to the empty buildings. Now this one here, 1709257, that is going to be that big building that was right next to my my actual location, and all we got was those 2 items. Now if we go to the one that was slightly further away, it was only a couple of squares away, but we got all these items. And that's what I'm saying. It's sort of like, if the further you get away, obviously there is a limit, but the further you get away, you will most likely gain more items. Also as well, this is quite nice, the fact that they've actually added the graphics to the messages. Before, with the exploration ones, you used to just get a list, and now you're actually getting the graphics, so you can see what it is that the recyclables that you have found. So I do think that is a good addition as well. And for those of you that are not familiar with CMG or crypto mining game, but it is something that looks interesting to you and you would want to get involved, but you don't know a whole lot about it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link to a playlist in the description. Now, there is quite a few videos in that playlist. Watch as many as you can, I guess. They're going to give you loads of hints and tips, loads of ideas of how to get your account up and running as fast as possible to be earning that free crypto. And if you go right the way through to the end of this video, that link will be there also, so you can just click straight on it and get watching. So one of the new things that are going to be added pretty much immediately is yet another trading card to be added to our deck. Now, the most recent one we had was the Coda. The new one that is going to be launched very soon is the Conspiracy Seekers. Now, this was a rough render of what the card would look like that Cyril sent to me. And then now this is basically the final draft. And what did Cyril have to say about the Conspiracy Seekers? Basically, they are a group of mischievous individuals on the lookout for the slightest story to hear, especially concerning crypto corporations. Some of the stories are interesting, but always keep an eye out and be critical. It will be very helpful. Wink, wink. So I'm not entirely sure, obviously, the traits of this card and what it will bring to our accounts, but obviously it's always very interesting and great to see any sort of update pushing the game forward. Now, another thing that was recently mentioned and posted onto Twitter was going to be the introduction of NFTs. Now, this is going to just start out being collectible cards. So basically what it will be is cards that we already have in our decks, but there will be an NFT version. Now, this is one of the NFTs, or what it will look like. So this is the blogger, and as you can see, it has a sort of metallic look to it, and the idea is that sort of these various different colors sort of flicker and illuminate in different ways, giving it, like I say, like a metallic sort of cool look to it. And Cyril did actually send me 3 different versions of the same card with the different colors illuminated. So I put it together as sort of like a little bit of an animation to give you guys an idea of what these cards will look like. And this is it. I think it looks pretty cool, actually. And basically, Cyril said that basically each of the cards will have a unique DNA, or so basically a unique structure to it, with different things, different shades and colors, multiple parts of the card, as we can see here. They will also have different boosts, nerfs, and different sort of stats to the cards. Basically, they will have different traits such as strength, speed, different weaknesses, health, etc. Some traits will be more rare than others. Global stats will always be better than the common card. So that is basically saying that your NFT card is essentially always going to be a slightly higher elevated version of the current card that you have in your deck. And 1 star, so as you can see here, these stars here. So if the common card essentially is a 2-star, when you purchase the NFT version, that will automatically bump it up to a 3-star card. Now, I did spot something here. As you can see here, it does say blogger, but obviously this character is actually the hacker. So obviously the cards are not quite finished, but I think it gives you a great idea of what will be coming, and I definitely think it does sort of, it is kind of cool looking. And the great thing with NFTs is they can be purchased for small amounts, but they can also, you know, if you decide to leave the game, you can trade them in or sell them on and stuff like that. And that is a great thing with NFTs. But like I say, the introduction of NFTs is merely starting with the cards. There are going to be other NFTs coming that will actually represent larger items in the game, and that is going to be coming in version 3, and we're going to be moving on to that just shortly, so keep watching. Okay, so the next big thing that me and Cyril chatted about is version 3. Now, I did give you a bit of a sneak peek of what the version 3 graphic interface would be, or graphic user interface. Basically, your home page like this would be looking like in version 3. Well, now I have a full shot of it. This is basically what the version 3 layout will be for your main mining room, as you can see there. But this is not just where version 3 stops. There is so much more coming. But before we get into it, I just want to give a big shout out to Cyril and CMG because they have provided me with a few decks of their gaming cards. So I'm going to run a competition. There will be a first prize, a second prize, and a third prize. I'm not entirely sure what the competition is going to be yet, but keep an eye out, keep watching, because it's going to be coming and you've got a good chance of winning one of these great prizes. Okay, so version 3. What does it have in store for us? So basically Cyril laid it out for me. He basically saying that they're finishing the white paper. So in the next weeks, it will provide a lot of information about how CGT token will be used. Now, he says that he can't obviously provide me with all the information, but there will be 2 main characteristics. There will be energy and there will be mind, as Cyril has put it. Now, while energy will be useful to do actions, mind will be useful for mental stuff, so doing research, jobs, hacking, etc. Players will be able to choose between different classes of characters. So you can be a miner, you can be a hacker, you can be a corporatist, a mercenary, or even an eco-activist. Each class will provide different characteristics and skills. Crypto world will be fully reworked for something really amazing. Now, this is going to be the big step. So basically, they looked at creating a full cartographic way to create a virtual world called Altera. And as he says, he's currently working with an illustrator on the final version of the world map. It will be shared shortly or by the end of July. So obviously that's going to be really interesting to see what they have in store for us. And then he also says that players will be able to own lands, vehicles and other items as NFTs. And that's what I was just talking about, is the cards as NFTs is just the start. And the whole way that this game is going to work and you're going to interact with it in version 3 is going to be quite different to how we do now. Now, the next part is also really, really interesting, and this could be your chance to get your hands on what could be something quite valuable. Now, Engine did this, Engine coin that I keep speaking about, that is an in-game coin. They did an ICO. Now, CMG say here that they're looking to launch an ICO once the white paper is finished. With all the explanations, it's important that the players and potential investors know everything about the ecosystem around CGT token, as they can evaluate the interest of it correctly. Now, basically what that is saying is that essentially they're going to be laying it out for us, exactly what will be coming, what they're looking to do with CGT going forward. But it is an investment. So this is a chance, if you wanted to basically get yourself in on this ICO. And then basically once things start moving forward with CMG, you could well see your investment increase considerably. Now, like I keep talking and I mentioned just a minute ago, Engine coin. 5 years ago, they were nowhere. It was nothing. They did their ICO. It went up to about 40, 50 cents and then dropped back down to about 20 cents. Didn't do anything for about 2 years. And then this year, or was it the end of last year, they managed to secure their position on the Japanese exchanges. Now, this kind of coin and games are massively used in Japan and all those kind of areas. And it basically went from, like I say, 20 cents up to at one point about $3. I believe now it's only just over $1, but you also have to look at the drop in the price of BTC and how that has influenced so many coins across the board. And I feel that the drop in Engine is purely because of the drop in BTC. So, like I say, the investment into Engine was not a bad one, because even at 20 cents, which it was, it's now over $1. So that still has pushed that investment up quite considerably. And what CMG are doing here is going to be something similar. So obviously it's something that does interest you. Just keep your ear to the ground and watch out for the coming information. So after this, I basically put the question to Cyril. I said basically, so with version 3, will mining still be part of the program, or will CGT become the full focus of the game and the ecosystem? Cyril came back and said, yeah, mining will still be part of version 3. Players will have hardware in their apartments. So I'm guessing this sort of view is essentially going to be a look into our apartments, almost a bit like Rollercoin. So we're going to have mining units in our apartments, which will function and obviously can be upgraded and be built up to different levels. They will be used to mine the current cryptocurrencies. So obviously they're not looking to remove any currencies, but they're not looking to add any either. So the ones we've got at the moment will be the ones that we will be mining going forward. But obviously, by the sound of it, like again with version 3, it is going to be quite different to what we have at the moment. Hopefully things like how much we earn, withdrawals, all that kind of thing might well move forward as well with version 3. So again, watch this space. So I then basically said to Cyril, all sounds very cool. I'm very much looking forward to seeing the final result. So is this something that will be released in stages or overnight? Will we be looking at a whole new world basically come the next morning, as it were? Cyril says there will certainly be downtime of a few days to perform the upgrade, as almost everything is going to change. It is completely new application with different technologies. So for me, this is so exciting. This really could make a massive difference to how CMG functions, how we work within CMG, the kind of things we're going to be doing. Obviously, they're talking about purchasing land, purchasing vehicles, probably, be numerous items that we can get hold of to push our accounts forward. The mining hardware, will that be different? Will that be more powerful? How will we be upgrading that? There's all these questions, but just from what he has told me, I am so excited for CMG and what it will look like and their vision going forward, and I hope you guys are as excited about this as I am. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there. If you are interested in that earlier video I spoke about, it's probably on your screen right now. So get clicking and get watching. If you could smash that like button, really supports my channel, which then helps me bring more content to you. So take care, have a great rest of your week, and I'll speak to you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.